Hi, there's so many awesome things that you can make with paper, glue, and paint. What's paper mache? Let's find out. Hi artists, today I'm going to show you how to make a pencil out of paper mache. So first I'm going to take a pretty sturdy piece of paper, thick cardstock, and I'm going to roll it up. First I need the point, the sharp point for my pencil. So I need to roll up my paper so that it's tight on one side and looser on the other side. Or if you have like a party hat, you just need a cone shape where it's pointy on one side and then thicker on the other side. And then I'm gonna tape that so that it stays where I would like it to stay. So making my cone shape. Now, so this is where like the pencil tip would be. Now what I want is, this is like uneven. So I need to use my pencil to kind of make it straight across. And then I'm gonna cut that. And however wide the opening is, that's how wide I need my rolled up poster board to be to make the pencil part, the yellow pencil part. So I'm making that as straight across as much as I can. Then I have my cone. Now I need my cylinder. I'm gonna roll up the paper. So that I have the cylinder, and then I'll kind of make it match. If I like loosen it, I haven't taped it yet, so if I kind of let it come out a little bit, get bigger, till they kind of match so that they're gonna fit into each other. Then I will tape it so that it's gonna stay. Then once I have both my cylinder and my cone, I'm gonna hold the two in place. And tape those two together so that I have a nice sturdy outline for my pencil. So this is like, you can use regular paper, it'll just be a little more delicate. This is kind of like a poster board paper or a cardstock, the tracer paper like that we use at school. All right, so once the cone and the cylinder are attached, then I'm ready to stuff it with newspaper to give it a little bit more durability. So I'll just open up pieces of newspaper so that I have one single piece. I will crumple it up and stuff it inside the cylinder. That way it just keeps its shape a little bit more. So that when I'm paper macheing it, the paper mache is like wet glue, and when paper gets wet, it starts to fall apart a little bit. So I want to make it as strong as I can so that when I'm going to paper mache this, before the glue dries. Once the glue dries, it'll be kind of hard like a cast. But until the glue dries, I need the paper to stay in its shape. So I'll just kind of stuff it with paper, and then it's ready to paper mache. All right, artists, now we're ready to paper mache. I have to first rip a bunch of small pieces of paper. I'm gonna use this white paper. You can use newspaper. Any kind of paper will work. Okay, now I'm going to create my paper mache solution. If you just use Elmer's glue and you put it in a container with water, almost like if you were making slime, and you just mix it up really well. This is a clearer solution. So it might look a little different. It's just easier to clean off your hands. So make sure you have like paper down. This is a messy project, so make sure you get your parents' permission. All right, I love to get messy, so we're gonna go to it. I'm gonna dip the paper into the paper mache solution, and then I'm just gonna kind of squeeze it out so that it's not dripping. It's all wet, but not dripping wet. And then I'm just gonna cover my pencil skeleton here that I have, my core, the base of the project. I'm gonna cover the whole thing with this paper mache solution, and then that way I'm gonna kind of smooth out the transition from all the curves and cover the whole thing. And usually I do 2 layers, so I'll do this once, and then I'll kind of put like some extra paper on. Like maybe I'll take one that's dry because it's so wet right now, and then I'll just put some dry ones on, and because there's like goo on the table, I can smear it on there, or goo on my hands. And then that way it'll kind of soak up some of the solution, the glue, and create a nice, strong bond, especially where the cone meets the cylinder. I really want to strengthen that because that's where I just like taped it together. And so adding this layer to cover the tape and strengthen it is very important. And there you have it. I'll set it over maybe like a box or something so that it's kind of elevated so that it can get air underneath. So I just leave it overnight. Usually by the next day, my paper mache is dry. All right, next I'm going to paint my paper mache pencil. The paper mache paste and glue has dried, so it's nice and hard, like a piñata, ready to paint. So for my pencil, I'm gonna make the light brown. I mixed up like a light brown color to make up the wood for the pencil. So I'll paint that part first, leaving the tip of the pencil where I'll make it black for the lead. But I'll wait till this layer dries first. I'm using acrylic paint, but you could use watercolor or other paint. Make sure you put down paper in case you get paint anywhere, especially acrylic paint stains your clothes. All right, after I have that part, then I'm going to paint the eraser. I mixed up a nice pink by adding white and red together. I'm not too worried about this line being perfect because I'm gonna wrap tin foil around it for the metal part that holds the eraser. So just so I have the tip of it with a nice pink. All right, next I'm gonna paint the tip of the pencil. That way it looks like it has a point or a lead, like it's been sharpened. And I don't really want it to be a perfect line. Like I'm trying to make it jagged a little bit because that's what a real pencil would look like. There we go, that looks good. Then I will use this yellow for the yellow part of the pencil. All right, now I have my glue and my shiny paper. Helps to have the liquid glue, not just the glue stick, since this is a larger project. And I'm just gonna put the glue on the back. I've cut a long rectangle. You could use tin foil, because tin foil has like a nice shine to it. And I'm just gonna put glue on the back. And then I will stick it on, kind of covering over top, right in between the yellow and the pink. Ta-da! Now I have my pencil.